It's all women's fault. If I say those words on Facebook or Instagram, they'll ban my page for 30 days if I have a page at all. A lot of stuff that's happening to women is all their fault. If you see all these women complain on TikTok and Instagram, on all these social media sites about how men are not approaching them anymore and how the dating market sucks for them, it's all their fault. The thing about it is, society does not allow us to hold women accountable. If a man does bad, if a man doesn't take care of his kids, we as men can say, okay, yo, you're not doing right, you're not treating your lady right, don't put your hands on her. We can say that out in the open. But no one can check a woman. No one. Not even another woman. And I just saw a video where this woman was, she posted on Facebook, or whatever social media said, but I saw it on Instagram and Facebook. And she was talking openly about that she is going to accept every date and she's going to have sex with the guys that she like. And if she doesn't like a guy, she's going to rob them. She literally said it, and she was bold and she was honest in her truth, saying that she is going to rob a man that she doesn't find attractive. She's not going to turn him down. She's still going to go on a date with him, and then she's just going to rob him. She's going to carry some kind of a weapon and rob him. And women are complaining that guys are not approaching them anymore. Guys don't want to get in relationships anymore. Guys don't want to have one-on-one meeting anymore, and not acknowledging that there are dangerous women out there. What do you think? There's no women prison? There are dangerous women out there. Just because we're not saying all women, because every time we say something like this, we are met with like a counter rebuttal of a woman saying the most extreme thing. Well, you don't know what's going on in the Middle East and women in slavery and back in the days and 1960s, and they go to the most extreme. They talk. Look at the beer argument. Look at the beer argument. That argument was unprovoked, and women decide to do the most to men. What has been happening for the last, I'll probably say 60 to 80 years, 60 years, is women are abusing the leverage that they have. They're abusing that leverage. They abused the Me Too movement that was made to defend young girls who's going through, situations. And a lot of these Beckys use it as a cash grab to say that, they were uncomfortable. Life is uncomfortable. But they were uncomfortable around the presence of a heterosexual man, so they feel like they should create a narrative. And lawyers can spin it to the worst to get a cash grab. I saw a story with Andrew Cuomo, and the woman said that she went over his house to fix his cell phone at 2 o'clock in the morning. Excuse me? And she found it. She was assaulted because he made an advance to her. If somebody come over my house at 2 o'clock in the morning saying that she's coming to fix my cell phone with no prior history of being in tech, I'm going to assume that she's coming over for something. So I won't do anything crazy, but I would make an advance. Daring I was trying to flirt. But if you flirt and she doesn't find you attractive, just like the woman who says she's going to rob you, that is now SA. It's all women's fault. I saw a video on social media where women say that there is no more any slow dancing. There is no more slow dancing. There's not going to be any more slow dancing. And let me say it correctly. She said that when it comes to her grandmother, she was talking about how her grandmother met her grandfather. And he was at a dance, and he asked her to dance, and they played some old slow song, romantic song, and they slow danced, and they fell in love. And she said, in her age, in her era, no man is going to ask her to slow down, especially when you're out of high school. After high school, there's no more proms. Not even as proms. Who slow dance at proms? We either get light or we, you know what I mean, play that bubble song and you grind on a guy. She grind on a guy, right? Nobody slow dance anymore. And it's all women's fault. Because y'all made it seems that gender role is toxic. Y'all accuse gender roles of being toxic because they didn't want to uphold their end of the bargain. You don't want to cook anymore. You don't want to clean. You don't want to show a man respect. So men are not marrying women anymore. And now y'all complaining that men are not trying to marry you. And y'all are all, and it's a rising single moms. And y'all sitting here trying to guilt Cam Newton. It's all women's fault. Y'all are not holding accountable all the women that publicly abuse the divorce proceedings, the divorce laws. You know what I mean? They abuse it where a woman can cheat on a man and she decided that she wants half his stuff and the court gave her half his stuff just because. And nobody say, okay, she was wrong. She cheated on him. They let it rock. It's all women's fault. What happened to Tyrese? Women laugh at Tyrese. When Tyrese was just a good guy who married his woman. Now, Tyrese up here don't want to marry her. It's all women's fault. It's all women's fault. We just don't want to say it. This is not a video bashing women. It's the fact that women are not, those words cannot be uttered. And if you utter those words, they want to get you fired or this and that. No one held Cardi B accountable when she publicly said that she drugged and robbed men. And that's what she's admitting. Who knows what else she does? I know women that set men up and got men deleted. I know of that situation. But nobody wants to acknowledge it. Everybody acts like women can do no wrong or no one can speak of any wrongdoing from women. Especially if they're pretty. Especially if they're pretty. They let those slide. So we don't want to, you know what I mean, marry women anymore. And no man wants to be in a business meeting alone with a woman anymore on a dinner. You're going to say, oh, men should now have group dinners. Why? He's promoting one position. Why you need 5 people? He wants to get to know you. What if you're going to say stuff that, what if he's going to list a price that he doesn't want to list a price to everybody? What if you want to list $200,000 to one person and $150,000 to a next person? Because that is what the qualifications are. Not because they're gender, but just because they're qualified. But knowing that somebody else could be offended hearing that somebody else got offered $200,000 and they get $150,000, so okay, let's talk in private. What if somebody wants to talk about business and don't want everybody to know exactly what's going on? It's all women's fault. Y'all are not dating anymore. We're not dating you anymore. We're not going to slow dance with you anymore. We don't even want to pay for you. We don't want to pump your gas. We don't want to help you out because y'all been ungrateful. Y'all are ungrateful for anything a man does. And y'all don't respect us. And y'all call us ugly. And y'all say that we are losers and incels and all these vile words that you threw at us. But we can't speak anything of you. Y'all in social medias and the sim culture attack masculinity. I saw this video of the Gillette video. Anybody remember the Gillette video? The toxic masculinity Gillette video. Gillette's for men. And there was a video where a man, in that video, the toxic masculinity Gillette video, look it up, where a guy saw a girl that he thought was attractive and he was going to go talk to her. And this other guy stopped him and said, yo, that's not cool, man. The guy just saw the girl, he thought she was attractive and he was going to go try to talk to her. And Gillette say that's toxic masculinity, because women say a man approaching them was toxic masculinity. Now men are not approaching you, and it's all your fault.